What's up? What's up, everybody? Big Herc here with Prison Talk Live. Glad you guys tuned in. We got a great show ahead. I hope everybody's being safe this 4th of July weekend. You know, you got a lot of drunk drivers out there, people acting stupid, shooting guns and shit up in the air. Be safe, you know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in no bullshit. And watch yourself out there. I want to say thank you for everybody who's been subscribing to Fresh Out Life After the Penitentiary on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed, man, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. That way you could be up to date on all the latest videos. We just had a dope-ass interview with a real estate mogul, which, you know, the dude used to be a street hustler, Jay Morrison. Been on CNBC, he's been on The Breakfast Club, he's been on BT. He's done a lot of big things, man. We just dropped his interview today. Check it out. And like I said, if you're ever in LA, you can shoot us an email. We'll try to get you in on an interview if you have a good story. We're currently working on getting the show picked up. So when we do, we're going to be traveling nationwide, worldwide, doing Fresh Out around the world. But in the meantime, we're going to keep the content rolling on YouTube. Make sure to shoot us an email if you got any questions at freshoutseries@gmail.com. We also do consulting. If you're going to go do some time, you need some one-on-one with Big Herc, you can holler at us and we can set something up. Also, we got apparel on the website, tank tops, t-shirts, hats. Check us out at www.freshoutseries.com. And like I said, make sure you subscribe to our Instagram and YouTube also, which is Fresh Out Series. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. So we got a lot of good stuff. I'm still working on getting Chef V back, but I'm going to start doing some cooking stuff for y'all when I get a chance to, and just so that we can keep it rolling. But we do have some cooking stuff on Patreon, patreon.com. Check us out. And we also have a SoundCloud, which is Fresh Out Series. So Fresh Out Series, you know, we're trying to put it out there. We keep the realest shit. I don't talk about shit I don't know about. I don't try to make up shit like a lot of these cats on the internet, you know what I mean? I just keep it real. I'm not going to say, you know, this, and that, because it's not my place to do so, and I'm not going to dry snitch on anyone. So when I do speak on certain subjects, I try to keep it general, and that way everybody can be informed and know what's up. Also, we have a winner. We have somebody who won the random gift. And that person, I don't have right now, I don't have it right in front of me, the name, but I believe it's Idix. I think that's the YouTube handle. He did a comment a while back, and he was picked randomly to be the prize winner. I meant to write his name down. I apologize. I'll do a follow-up and a video on our Instagram, which is Fresh Out Series, for the pop-up winner. So for everybody who doesn't watch us, you know, who never watches us on Instagram, check us out on Instagram. I'll put a video up, and I will announce the winner of the random prize on Instagram, which is Fresh Out Series. So make sure you tune in to that today. Yeah, we got a good show today. You know, we got a cold piece of shit. A cold piece of shit that needs his wig split. You know, I've seen you guys have been already commenting and everything. But this motherfucker right here, right? Aramazd Andressian Sr, motherfucker, in a child custody exchange, picked his son up from the estranged wife, took him to Disneyland, allegedly went to Lake Cachuma afterwards, and Lake Cachuma, recreational area in Santa Barbara. That was the last place they saw the kid. And then he woke up the next day at a park in Pasadena. Don't know where the kid was at. And supposedly passed out. What the fuck is this? And now they found his son's body. And this motherfucker is the prime suspect. Your own son, man. Now, this dude's a cold piece of shit. Anybody who's going to do something to their kid to get back at their spouse is a piece of shit. Cold piece of shit, man. You know? So doesn't it sound like this guy needs his motherfucking wig split? You know what I'm saying? He needs somebody to go in there and really show him what time it is, because it's like this guy took off to Vegas. He changed his look, dyed his hair, changed his facial appearance. Didn't act like he didn't really give a fuck, man. Like he didn't, he wasn't grieving. And then supposedly when he got picked up in Vegas after they were watching him, he told them where to find the body. Somebody like this, you just need to put hands on him, man. You know what I'm saying? He's in LA County Jail right now, looking at 25 to life. And he sounds like a piece of shit. I don't like to pass judgment before judgment's due, but come on, dude, you had your son, and you turn around and you say you lost him? Come on, man, what kind of man are you? What kind of father are you? You're a fucking punk, man. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking your only child, man. How could you do that? And then you're gonna try to make a run for it? Man, like, I agree, man. He needs his cheeks busted. And I know people say, oh, the law is biased against fathers. Man, the thing is, if you handle your business, man, there's no, okay, you're dealing with a wife, maybe you don't get along with her, you want to see the kid, whatever, but why the fuck would you harm your kid? There's ways to go about doing shit. That's fucking ignorant, man. You took your child's life. You know what I mean? That's a motherfucking wig split, man. You dumb motherfucker. You know what I mean? You can't even, like you said, if somebody said right here, you can't even use the word father when you're dealing with a piece of shit like this. You're right. This piece of shit doesn't even deserve the word father, It's sad. Somebody said, what happened? Well, this guy, like I said earlier, was in a child custody situation where they were doing an exchange, and he took the kid, and that was the last they saw of the kid. And he took him supposedly to Disneyland. And after that, Lake Cachuma, and that was it. That was the last time they saw the kid. And then he acted like he don't know what happened to the kid when he woke up the next day when they found him in a park in Pasadena. The car was doused in gas. He seemed like he was dazed and confused. I mean, come on, man. I have a stepdaughter. I don't have any kids, but I have a little brothers and sisters. I've always helped raise my little brother and sisters. And I've been around kids all my life. My mom did daycare. And man, to me, man, they're the most precious thing in the world. And for somebody to do something like that, you have no conscience, man. You're a motherfucking, you're below a motherfucking fly on a piece of shit. But yeah, man. I don't know. I think the child killers is just as bad as chomos, man. You're at the bottom of the totem pole, man. You're garbage. You know what I'm saying? What you guys think out there? Let me see some of your comments. Somebody said, hang that fucker by the balls. I agree, man. I agree. You're sitting there smiling and shit in court. You think this shit's a joke? Fucking your son, man. I mean, what the fuck? Like somebody said, it ain't the kid's fault. If I had a kid and it goes down the hill with the wife, I put up with her so the child's life won't be unbalanced. That's right. Well, it's not the kid's fault, man. You don't take it off on the kids, man. Lowest thing human can do for a kid. I agree, man. I agree. Need to get a wig split. I'll get into some of the other comments here in a minute, but just to kind of like speak on this a little bit more. I just don't get it, man. Parents nowadays, man, and kids and the way people are treating their family member, it's just sickening, man. I mean, where's the value at? Where's the value in like working with positive experiences? It doesn't make sense, man. It's not a good thing, man. And when they said that the kid hadn't popped up, I was hoping for the best, man. But I know something like that, after that many days and the kid needs food and this basic necessities to live. I'm sorry to hear about the situation. It's very sad, and just to hear something like this, man, it's like sickening, But yeah, you guys, Aramazd Andressian Sr, He's in jail right now, $10 million bail, and his next court appearance on August 16th. So this is a big case out here in LA. I don't know if it's in the news worldwide, but it's a very big case, and it's just sad that shit like this happens, man. Dads, moms too, man. I've seen moms do some vicious shit too. It's just people when they put their kids into harm's way. It's just sad, man. It doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't solve anything, But yeah, you guys. On a positive note, love your kids. If you got kids, spend time with them. Sometimes things might not always work out between, the both parents. You might have disagreements. Maybe you might be in a divorce situation, but it doesn't mean that you can't still love your kids and give them the quality they need. And if you don't, running around having all these kids, if you can't afford to take care of them, if you're not going to be there, just because the woman got a good job, come on, man, put a motherfucking Jimmy on. You know what I mean? It's like, if you don't want to have a kid, then fucking strap up. You know what I mean? I used to do a lot of fucking myself, man, but I wouldn't just having kids with everybody, you know what I'm saying? Busting nuts and then I have 5 kids, 5 baby mamas. I mean, it's fucking sad, man. Grow the fuck up, man, and be a man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to men because I'm a man. Take responsibility, man. You got a son, you got a daughter. Take care of your business. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody said, don't kill your kids over some pussy, man. It ain't worth it. Don't put your kids in the middle of the bullshit, man. You're the one who, you want to have a kid, and now the kids in this world, you got to take care of them. That's your responsibility, Ariel Castillo, I gotta look up that one. I remember that briefly, but I don't remember the whole Ariel Castro case. Yeah, man. Anybody that hurts a child deserves death, man. And if like you said, if you can't take care of your kids, don't make them. Don't be having kids if you can't take care of them. You're barely paying your rent now. You're barely making $20 an hour. Why the fuck you gonna have another kid? Why you gonna have a kid, period, if you ain't got any? Because you love them? Come on, man. There's got to be something more than that before you just, turn around and have a kid, man. And then you get mad because at the kid when you can't do certain things and blame the kid. No, motherfucker, it's on you. You shouldn't have had the kid. But, yeah, you guys, what else you guys got up here going on? Somebody was asking me about, me and Callie doing a collabo. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he's still a good partner. We might be hooking up soon and getting some stuff going on. Right now we're really focused on bringing you guys quality content. Like I said, we just dropped the Jay Morrison interview today. We got a lot of good prison talks out there that's been dropping. And just trying to keep it positive, And it's Kevin Jones. I see you keep talking a lot of shit, Kevin. If I walked in and my daughter, I don't have a daughter, and 5 guys are running a train on her, it ain't got nothing to do with me. If your daughter's getting fucked like that, that's on you, Kevin. So Kevin Jones, what I mean? Thumbs up to you, brother, because you sound like you ain't got nothing better to do than put a bunch of ignorant ass comments. And if you say I ain't got no stroke game, then don't watch it. I didn't tell you to go watch my old porn, dumbass. You know what I mean? So, put you on blast, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck boy. In Pennsylvania, as you can see, somebody said, hey, he's gonna get his chew. That's right. Didn't trust my judgment before baby mama. Yeah, man. It's kids, man. I just look at they're so precious, and I wasn't, like I said, I don't have many biological kids of my own, but I really value because I have young brothers and sisters that are 20 years my junior, and kids are just so precious, man. And you gotta really take care of kids, man. It's more than just feeding a kid and basically giving them a roof over their head. You got to give them life lessons, and the kids need that in order to become better people. They need those experiences with their parents, so that they can grow. And man, just love your kids, man. Yeah, man. Kids, everyone was a kid. You should value them. That's right. Everybody was a kid at one point. You know, somebody said, did I ever come across a child murderer in prison? Never came across a child murderer. Like I said, I was in the feds, and the feds, that's usually a state issue. So I didn't really deal with anybody that had that kind of case. Somebody said, how'd I get into cars? I've always been a car guy. You know, I've been since I was a little kid. My grandfather used to collect classic Mustangs, so I've always been in the old school cars, muscle cars. So I've been fucking with cars, man, since I was like 15, 16. I bought my first car at 16, which was an Audi 5000. Saved my money up and bought it for $900. So I've always been about my hustle. Yeah, man. Somebody said, if someone keeps asking you about how much time you have, what do you do? Split their wig? If somebody keeps asking you, if you're looking at time or you're gonna do time, if somebody keeps asking about time, tell them to mind their fucking business. It's nobody's business what your business is. And that's the thing in prison. A lot of dudes are trying to get into your business so that they can manipulate whatever you got going on to benefit them. Keep motherfuckers out your business, man. Don't be out there jaw-japping and all that old shit. Keep your mouth shut. Don't be telling war stories, and you're better off, you know. Somebody asked, were there a lot of innocent people in the feds? The majority of the people, I would say a lot of the guys in the feds, I wouldn't say they were innocent of what they were doing, but I say that they didn't get caught doing what they were convicted of. A lot of it was hearsay, and the feds, what they do is they use a lot of pressure tactics, arresting a bunch of people in a canvas, like a net, and then they get people to start talking, and then basically the people who talk first get the least amount of time, and that's how it works. Somebody says, how bad are the guys like him beaten in jail? I don't know, but I know, you know, you got guys who, and you get, you know, with that type of case, and you go to the, you know, you got dudes in there who were like, basically to feel it's their duty to split a guy's wig like this. So, you know, Armand to get up in there and a motherfucker, man, just because he's already doing life, he'll just go ahead and take out his anger on this dude. So, you know, you want to take a child's life, you know, you got a guy in there who will have no problems busting your motherfucking cheeks and splitting your wig. You know? But yeah, man. Somebody says, how do I feel about ghosts getting beat up in jail? I'm Power. Do guards treat cop killers like that for real? How do inmates treat cop killers? I didn't run across any cop killers. I ran across a cat who had a case where I shot a DEA agent during a drug sting. He was an undercover. His agent was undercover and he didn't know. And they tried to rob him for the drugs, and he got shot. Anyways, you know, this dude was he was about his business. He wasn't you wasn't gonna be punking him, and it wasn't like he was telling his business out there to everybody, but he was treated like anybody else. You know what I mean? And as far as guards beating up people in Lompoc USP, man, the guards were on some gangster shit, man. They had a group called the Cowboys up in there, and they used to put in work on motherfuckers. And if you was out of pocket, you know, they would 4-point harness. They were 4-point people, and actually carry them like they have a pig on like say on two beams, and they would 2 sticks, and they'd 4-point you and carry you like that, and put you in the hole. You know what I'm saying? And stripped you butt naked. So it was, you know, it was pretty. You know, if you were a troublemaker, they had ways of dealing with you at Lompoc. You know. Nah, I've never seen nobody get raped. You know, I didn't care to even entertain that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, Herc, my friend had a case on her that was all done and over with, and now a month later they locked her up again. Can they do that? That's usually double jeopardy. If they let you go, but I mean, this is the thing. They could have arrested her and not had enough evidence, and maybe they got additional evidence which links her to whatever the charge is, and that's why they went and snatched her back up. But as far as once you've been charged and you beat a case and you basically go to trial, they can't charge you with that same charge again. You know what I mean? That's double jeopardy. They can't do that. So as far as as far as that's concerned, maybe they never really actually are formally charged her the first time and let her go to try to see if they can get more evidence. Mac Dre, I wasn't in Long Park with Mac Dre. He was there before I was there. Somebody said, where's Long Park? Long Park is towards like inland, towards Santa Barbara, but inland. You know, kind of like by the coast, but it's in California, down in Southern California. Not as south as LA, but like north of Ventura County. Why do you get more time if you fight your case? Because the feds and the courts in general like you to plead out. See, most cases are won before they even are brought to trial, because when you go to trial, you got to present a whole nother level of evidence. When they arrest you and they have an indictment, that indictment can show certain things, and you'll get a discovery that have all the supposed facts in it. But when you go to trial, they got to prove all that. So that's time, that's resources. So a lot of times they try to scare you by saying, hey man, you take this time right now, but if you go to trial and lose, you're going to get this. And in some cases, I mean, fuck, if you were caught red-handed, you know what I'm saying, running up in a bank or, doing something, then, you really don't have too many options. But if there's any type of way if you are innocent, or you feel that you have an opportunity to beat the case, I mean, going to trial, it's a lot to be proved when you go to trial, as far as evidence is concerned. Somebody said, would you ever extend your work to the Caribbean? We have guys here that need it. Eventually, Fresh Out will be traveling, Eventually, Fresh Out will be all over the world. Our goal is to help and, help enlighten and elevate youngsters, so that they don't make the same mistakes I made. I don't try to act like I'm better than anybody or claim that I'm perfect. We all make mistakes, but it's how you get up after those mistakes. And hopefully you make a mistake that you can walk away from. Sometimes, there's situations like if you, get into a fight with somebody, you end up killing them over getting an ass whooping, then, you can't just walk away from that. Now you got to sit up in a motherfucking cage for decades. But if you can walk away from the situation, it's better to grow from it and learn and not put yourself in these fucking catacombs, man, and just waste your life away. It's not worth it, man, to make the mistakes. And, sometimes you need a good mentor to kind of lace you up on some game. And so that's what we try to do here at Fresh Out on Prison Talk, is lace you guys up and educate you, man, because ain't nothing glamorous about prison. They'll show it on TV and people up in there, but I tell you right now, everybody in prison wants to go home, unless you're just a fucking piece of shit, and you feel like you can't be of value to anybody. But everybody I know wants to go home and basically live life again. So yeah, prison ain't nothing cool about it, man. And I don't brag about it. I never did at a camp. Did I ever do time at a camp? I did time at a camp in a youth authority, a fire camp. When I was 18 to 21, I did some time in youth authority, and I did do time at a fire camp. Somebody said, what do you think about implementing more simple repercussions where you pay your dues in one day? Either you pay your death sentence or you get lashing, something like deter more crime. Pay your. That's like what do you call it? Servitude, where you're basically paying off your sins with money, or you're taking punishment. I think that for the United States, for a country that locks up so many people, that criminalizes a lot of non-violent offenses, I think that they just need to work on more programs to deal with a lot of the issues, rather than and put together some type of work programs for those who need those type of help, rather than just lock people up and make it more violent. Because these people, when they get out of jail if they weren't really violent before, when they get out, they're going to be very violent because they're exposed to such extreme, circumstances, and you got to roll with the punches, man. So it's like you say, you go into prison, you're not racist, you're going to leave like somewhat racist, man. You have a lot of anger because of just how they indoctrinate you in there. Somebody said, is there any hope for someone who becomes institutionalized? If a person has become institutionalized, that means they no longer want to function in society as a regular person. They don't want to work. They don't want to take responsibility for their actions. They don't want to respect other people's actions. They're basically, they're just unsociable. If they love being in a cell and getting 3 free meals and sleeping on a hard-ass mattress and sharing a bathroom with another man and watching another man shit and piss and shower, and then, you're fucked up in the head, man. There's no hope for you, No hope. I've heard of San Quentin. Never been there. Anyone ever try to make you their bitch? No. Do you give your significant other a hall pass? Somebody said, when you go to prison, do you give your significant other a hall pass? Well, a lot of times, when you're in prison, man, you can't do time. You can't do time with your woman. You got dudes who get into prison, start crying, calling their woman. They're trying to regulate what she's doing, calling her at night before lockdown to make sure she's at home. Hey, man, you're doing a time. You got to let your woman live, man. If she's going to have your back and put money on your books and take care of business, and then that's cool. At least you got somebody handling business. But as far as just trying to run her program, I wouldn't even think about it, man. Do your time, get out, and then if shit is still cool, y'all can hook up. But whatever happened while you were down, as long as she handled business, you got to just, let that ride. Otherwise, you're going to go crazy in prison. Somebody said jail in Europe is good. Yeah, I heard. It ain't nothing like United States. You know what I'm saying? You over here, you get your wig split. I heard over in Europe, man, they giving slaps on the hands. Somebody said, what level of disrespect that you decide to resort to physical? What's the level of disrespect that you decide to resort to physical conflict? If somebody calls you a bitch or a snitch, slaps you on your ass, or basically, steals your shit, your property, you got to split their wig. You got to let a motherfucker know where you're coming from. You got to check them quick. And you get no passes for any of those. Those are all wig splitting situations. It's you got this. You can't just turn your back to everything. Sometimes you got to stand up for something when you're in prison. Somebody said in Ireland the prison system's all fucked up and the police are corrupt. I hear you, man. I hear you. Anthony Estrada, you're a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, you guys, like I said, love your kids, man. Back to the kids. This story right here, man, it's just sad. And if you have kids or know people that have kids, man, just really, man, pay attention to them. Show them some love, man. Somebody said you should try to get Big Trey D on the show. You know what? I was trying to find somebody to reach out to him. I just ain't had the opportunity. So, yeah, I've been working on it though. Somebody said, I heard you should try to see. Well, somebody said, what do I think about Black Lives Matter? So even on 10-year sentence, do you still act? I know people that call you. Somebody said, even on 10-year sentence, do you still act on those people that talk calling you a bitch or rat? or did you get a lot more, or do you get a lot more time? Well, it doesn't matter how much time you come in with as far as if you're disrespected. It could be a year, but you can't let nobody disrespect you. If a motherfucker puts his hands on you, break his wrist, break his finger. You know what I mean? There's ways to do stuff where, it doesn't even have to be too obvious. Run up on, you can just get up and play it off and act like you can whisper in the motherfucker's, ear and fucking pull his fucking thumb off or crush his balls. There's a lot of different things you could do. Jail's animalistic, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, you got to make sure you stand your ground, though. But yeah, man. Life is precious, and you guys got to really value your day to day. And this, like I said, we try to keep it on the positive level here, and show some love to the fans out there, because you guys are the ones who put us in the game, and really respect you guys tuning in and making Fresh Out the #1 prison show on YouTube. Yeah, I want to go ahead and get some shout outs going here. To all the people who are tuned in right now. Let me know where you're from. I'll do a shout out and keep the ball rolling and let you guys get to your 4th of July barbecue, whatever you got going on here. I'm not going to shout you out, man, because you talking too much shit, Estrada. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Houston. You know what I'm saying? DC, Serbia, Netherlands. I'll shout out to Pico Rivera. Alabama, Wilmus, Houston, Texas, North Carolina, Miami, Florida, Latvia, Pittsburgh, 323 South Central, Riverside. Anthony Estrada, fuck you, bitch. Internet warrior, motherfucker. That's what gets me. These cats who be on here talking shit, if you ever seen a motherfucker, you wouldn't do shit. Shut your motherfucking ass and find something else to do. Central Valley, California, shout out. Eastside, LA, shout out to Maryland. Shout out to La Puente, California. Shout out to Hamilton, Ontario, the North End. Massachusetts, shout out to South Sac, shout out to 301 Maryland, Whittier, California, to 702 Las Vegas, to Sacktown, to Indiana, to Pensacola, to Congo, to Ireland Empire, to San Pedro, to Chicago, to Louisiana. Shout out to the Congo, to Tallahassee, to Fairfax, Virginia. Shout out to everybody who's positive. Hamburg, Germany, Portugal, Edinburgh, Scotland, Portland, Oregon, Jackson, Mississippi. Everybody that's positive out there doing something with yourself. Shout out to Idaho, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Detroit, the Oakland, the Bay Area, Be More. Shout out to Ventura County. You guys, thanks for tuning in. And like I said, I look forward to seeing you guys again next week, man. We'll have another good Prison Talk live stream. Check out the interviews. Check out the website, www.freshoutseries.com. Order you a t-shirt. And don't forget, we got taking pre-orders for the Coochie Assassin t-shirt. If you're a Coochie Assassin, you need to put a pre-order in on the website, www.freshoutseries.com, and get you a t-shirt. And, yeah. Hope you guys have a great 4th. Be safe. And, love your kids, man. They're too precious. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a bitch to your motherfucking spouse either. If you guys ain't getting along, you know what I'm saying? Don't put the kid in the middle of that shit. Be a man about it. All right, y'all. Much respect. Love y'all. Take care of yourself, man. I'm out.